Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports with Mongha. It's the green livery. It is the launch of AMR23 for Aston Martin. And it's one of those things where you kind of feel like what's really going to happen here, right? Because Krack, the team principal, a new face for Aston Martin. They're getting the two-time world champion instead of the four-time world champion that they've had previously, with Sebastian Vettel leaving at the end of 2022 for greener pastures. We don't know in public domain what he's up to next. Sebastian Vettel I'm talking about, but we know what the two-time world champion, the guy behind me right now, Fernando Alonso, causing the stir, getting everything moving. Like, it was just him. It was a domino. Sebastian Vettel decided to leave. Aston Martin jumped on and got in Fernando Alonso from Alpine, and things just started kind of moving different direction for like everyone. Oscar Piastri moving in McLaren, like Ricciardo leaving Formula One, joining Red Bull, Logan Sargent coming in for Williams and so on. So, but then I always feel like Fernando Alonso is the one to bring the storm. He's a very political person, but then I feel that he's one of those characters where you come across him and you're like, oh, he's such a lovely person to kind of be around with. But then, you know, in the background, you've seen him. He's messed the whole planet for you. And it's going to be very interesting for us to see how things go with him, with Lawrence Stroll, the chairman of this brand right now, and given 5 years for this project that he has to get Aston Martin to the front, and he's kind of gambled with a big name, but with his own son Lance Stroll, to kind of pair him with Fernando Alonso, who's never been known to be nice or kind of play nice with his teammate. That's his first battle always. But then Fernando Alonso has made it very clear this is going to be the almost or possibly the last team that he runs or he starts with in Formula One. It's a bold statement again coming from Fernando Alonso, but you never know from Fernando Alonso. He's a very, very vocal character. If things don't go his way, you have a Fernando Alonso problem coming at you at lightning speed. But coming to the livery launch, amazing livery launch, the green of Aston Martin, the classic green of Aston Martin was there. A lot of excitement around the launch for Aston Martin, or Lawrence Stroll also at the venue, basically saying that, you know, it's been one of those things that he's been he commits to it fully, and he's really excited about what this team can bring going forward. Of course, running into the you know, I think the 2022 season could be kind of, it was almost like Sebastian Vettel was leaving, so it's all about him leaving. You know, that news was every weekend and every race weekend and so on and so forth. So that's what was being talked about in Aston Martin. Nothing else major. So that gave a lot of time for them to kind of bring the team, to work with the team to a level where they were more happier with it in a way. But also the fact, like, you know, it was also kind of good to know that there is actual interest, like from of course the brands were there, everybody was there, like it's a big party kind of going on at the launch, but the set of expectations that people have had, like this camaraderie to work, and Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll to work and take this team forward on the mission of what Lawrence Stroll has set them. Of course, they're getting a new factory. They're getting a new facility, not a factory, or a facility right now, which brings everything under one unit or one place. Right now, they're running in 3 different manufacturing plants. Engine, chassis, and I think engineering is pretty separate. They're trying to bring everything in one, and also they're trying to build a new wind tunnel system. I think will be ready in 2 years or in the next 18 months. They should reap the benefits of that from 2026 season onwards, or yeah. And that's going to be very interesting because 2026 again is another rule or regulation change or a revamp, possible revamp for the for Formula One. But a lot talked about that. A lot kind of discussed with as well. Chairman Lawrence Stroll at the launch. Mike Krack spoke highly of the team's state-of-art racing headquarters that are being completed in the year 2023. That's going to happen. And also Dan Fellows, the technical director, kind of boldly claiming that that 90% of the AMR23 is different from its predecessor, a notable showcase in the team's aspirations. And of course, there've been a lot of talks about it, right? Aston Martin has been, like, last season they were called the copycats from they were talked about like they're copying directly from the Mercedes engine, or like not the Mercedes design, not the engine, but the design. Of course, they're a partner as well, so they do get the Mercedes engine on that one. But that was kind of interesting to see how these how Aston Martin kind of comes back into shape. Alonso, of course, is going to be the main talked about guy. But Lawrence Stroll and Mike Krack, they have a big job here to kind of deliver for this team and deliver kind of a vision that people can buy and believe in a way. Lance Stroll, of course, there's been a very nervy moment last season where Lance Stroll had I would say an altercation or like a bad move from Lance Stroll's side on the two-time world champion. But then Fernando Alonso, being Fernando Alonso, he knows how to play the game. So he's like, oh, everything's perfect, nothing's wrong, it's okay, we can deal with this. That happens sometime. No more than that. And but we all know how it's going to be interesting. But that's the other thing. Like, Fernando Alonso will not shy away from sharing his mind or telling if he doesn't like things. So if he sees a strategy calls are being made to benefit Lance, he'll be the first one to call it out and possibly even walk out. He does not care on such occasions if it's not benefiting him. And that's the thing to see. AMR23 is launched. Green livery, a beautiful livery as the classic Aston Martins. Let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this livery and Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll's relationship. Like this video. Do like this video though. There are more coming shortly. Doing this all the launch weeks pretty back to back right now. You'll possibly see you can already see the Alpine, the Ferraris, the Mercedes launches on the YouTube on my YouTube video. You can like, share, and subscribe you can share it with your friends, and you can subscribe to the channel to get more updates. And then I catch you in the next one.